Hi guys, I decided to put this video together to show you how to make your own mask so that you can be protected from the coronavirus or the allergies or whatever. Um, these basically are like this. They go over the nose, around the ears, and ta-da! The great thing about these masks is they also have an inner layer, so it's basically two layers. Um, when you get done with your mask, you'll put a little slit on the inside layer like this, and then you'll be able to add a filter. Um, this is a filter from those central heat and air filters, and you take like a 13 or 14 MERV, which I have no idea what that stands for, but it's like an allergy thing. And you take all the metal off of it and the paper, and then what you're left with is this accordion filter. And you stick it in your mask, and you can take it out and get rid of it, put another one in, however you want to do it, as it gets messed up or if you're around people or whatever. Um, and then, of course, this is machine washable. I would put it in a delicates bag. That way you won't have to worry about these getting, caught on the thingamajig in the middle of the oscillator, I guess, because it'll stretch it out or break it or whatever. So what you're left with, at the end is this nice shredder mask, but it does cover completely. So I'm going to show you how to make this. I already posted this link with this. I mean, you just print it out. This is the pattern. The adult male is really the best, or maybe I'm just not that real good at, sewing as far as getting it all on the lines. I mean, you notice that I've actually cut a little bit more off there than I should. But the female version was a little small, and especially since I don't have the um, elastic. These are hair ties because we didn't have elastic at our local store because that was another hoarded item. Um, the only elastic they had was like this wide, and that's way too big. Um, so I use hair ties, and they will work in a pinch. These are a little bit tighter because they haven't been used. The ones that I used on these were my hair ties that had already been used and stretched a little bit. They will stretch out, but at least you'll have that tight fit so you don't have anything getting in. And I think you can get like 25 of them real cheap. But if you'll fold your material in fours where there's 4 layers and then cut it, that'll save you a ton of time. I mean, this really does not take very long to make, but the more time you can save, the better. Once you get them cut out, you'll notice I have 2 different patterns because I only had enough material. You turn the material inside out, and you sew it along this seam, which is like your bighorn. And then once you get done, you can turn it, right side out. The main thing to remember is once you get done sewing it, put little slits in it. This will help the material lay a little bit better when it's on your face, so that it'll actually move in like, with your nose and stuff. Um, okay, so I'm going to sew this next piece together and then show you the next step. Luckily, I have pause, so this will be seamless. Okay, for the next step, what I do is I keep the piece that's going to be facing out turned inside out, but I turn the other piece to where the dark side is facing, the patterns are facing each other, and kind of tuck them in real good. That way, when I turn it, like it's supposed to go, then the inside also has the same pattern as the outside, which this won't because it's 2 different patterns, but it'll be, a pattern. And then what you do is you line the nose pieces up and you sew them on the top. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll show you what the next step is. Okay, for the next step, turn it right side out. I thought this was going to be my outside, but then I realized I put the cats upside down. Didn't pay attention when I cut it out. So obviously now this is going to be the outside. Will be the mustaches. Um, so you got your top piece, you know, just pay attention to the seams to make sure that um, everything kind of lines up on the nose here, you know, and there's no gaps. For the next step, you just sew the bottom. Now you can fold it into where you've got a perfect seam, you know, or you can just sew it. Um, it's up to you. Nobody's going to see the bottom of your chin anyway, so I mean, I didn't do the perfect seam on this one. It's just a regular old seam. Can you tell? Maybe. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll be back for the last step. Okay, for the final step, got everything sewed at the bottom, which is not too bad. I might trim it a little bit, but okay. You fold. Where's my hair tie? There it is. See hair tie into the end. Kind of fold it over, and then sew it like that. When you get done, it'll look like this, and you can kind of turn it right side out. And then you have your arch nemesis of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mask. Super easy to make, doesn't take very long. Yes, you can hand sew it, doesn't take very long because it's not that many. I mean, you're literally sewing two pieces together and then two at the top, two at the bottom, actually one at the top, one at the bottom, and then two sides. After you're done, pull out your inner layer, make a little cut, and that way you can insert your filter into it. It's just a good idea, and here's why. Has Corona only been here for 3 weeks? Probably not. I mean, most of us, at least, you know, some of us, got this really wicked lung infection between October and December of this year. I don't run fever. I'm usually like 97 something now. Now, when I was a kid, I had scarlet fever twice. But as an adult, I'm usually at 97. If I'm at 98.9, 99, I'm sick as a dog. And during December, I did have like 100 fever with this massive lung infection. It wasn't the flu, whatever, you know, bronchitis, infection, whatever, nothing worked. I just kind of had to push the liquids and wait it out. You know, I missed work for a week, had the cough for like 3 weeks after. Luckily, the temperature didn't last very long, but was that corona? I don't know. You know, I mean, nobody knows. And is it going to mutate into different strains or whatever? We don't know. It's a freaking pandemic. So if you go out in public, which, you know, social distancing now is what, till the end of April, and all the schools are closed till August. So yeah, we may have to do this. It's a good idea. Yes, right now, not a lot of people are doing it. So you literally look like a plague person when you go out because everybody's like, oh gosh, she's got it. It's like, no, I don't have it. I don't want it. Um, Wearing these is amazing for allergies. I mean, I went out today, everybody's mowing their lawns. We have these fruitless pear trees everywhere. And boy, allergies, whew, you know. I did not sneeze. My nose did not run. It was hot wearing it. Yeah, it fogged up my glasses. But other than that, no, it was no problem at all. And I came home, no big deal, washed my hands, used the sanitizer, take precautions, whatever. So here's the mask. Make one.